Welcome to our Valentine's presentation for 2021. We have Bishop and National Mother Michael and Effie Lattimore of Homestead. We have Associate Pastor Reginald and Kimberly McCants of Montgomery, Alabama. Elder and Evangelist James and Florine Sneed of Gould, Florida. We have Jermaine Mitchell and missionary Tamika Shoemaker of Miami, Florida. We have Elder and Deaconess Lynn and Sharon Sanford of Miami, Florida. We have the late Deacon Lorenzo Baker and missionary Sylvia Baker of Douglasville, Georgia. We have Deacon and missionary Jonathan and Erica Woods of Miami, Florida. We have Deacon and Sister Henry and Carla Owens of Miami, Florida. We have Deacon and Sister George and Carolyn Rogers of Homestead, Florida. Deacon and Sister Robert and Angela Mitchell of Homestead, Florida, with my little godson Zion Mitchell. We have Deacon and missionary Michael and Yolanda Davis of Miami, Florida. We have Mr. Kyle and Councilwoman Jennifer Bailey of Homestead, Florida. We have Mr. and Mrs. Michael and Patricia Cook of Gaston, Alabama. We have Mr. and Mrs. Bobby Brown and Phyllis Frazier of Punta Gorda, Florida. We have Mr. and Mrs. Rufus Sanford and Tabitha Sanford of Lakeland, Florida. Mr. James and Tina Smith of Loganville, Georgia. We have Mr. and Mrs. Emmanuel and Leola Holmes of Fort Pierce, Florida. Miss Maddie Holmes and her son, Emmanuel Holmes. Mr. and Mrs. Willis and Lucinda Foster of Miami, Florida. We have Mr. and Mrs. Dexter and Tony Payne of Lauderhill, Florida. Mr. Kevin Burr and Melissa Johnson of Miami, Florida. We have Mr. and Mrs. Nathaniel and Kanitha Bacon of Miami, Florida. We have Mr. and Mrs. Kevin and Donna Riley of Blue Creek, South Carolina. We have Mr. and Mrs. Wendell Johnson of Atmore, Alabama. We have Mr. and Mrs. Tommy and Lisa Milton of Leesburg, Virginia. We have Mr. Raymond Larry and Miss T. Brown of Miami, Florida. Last but not least, we have Mr. and Mrs. Norman and Consuelo Hodge of Homestead, Florida.